That just takes up so much time.
Okay.
All right.
A little
It
bit.
is getting going. Redirecting. Here we are. Okay, and I'm going to try to go back. Where am I at? Okay. Hey, here, I got it. I think I fixed it.
It worked. Okay.
We're ready to go. Today, I wanted to interview Andrew, and I don't know your real last name, but Cowabunga is what you go by. And he is in a new business that I also am in, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for people to ask questions, get to know him, get to know the reasons why he joined the company, and kind of a background of where he came from. So Andrew, if you don't mind, while we're chatting, every once in a while I'll be looking down, but it's because I'm writing notes, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so let me give you, I'm just going to kind of take this off of your testimonial that I read from the company's website. Andrew started, now correct me if I'm wrong, you started a company when you were 21. It's in the clothing line industry, is that correct?
It was actually a bunch of retail stores.
You started retail stores, not actually developing clothes.
Yeah, no, the clothing line came later. This was a retail store where we sold clothing, actually.
Oh, okay. So do you mind me asking what retail stores they were?
It was called Chaos, and it was a bit of chaos, I will say. But it was, figuring things out, being, brand new, and somebody right out of college, 21-year-old, figuring out how I'm going to run, a fashion empire, a retail empire, basically. But it was called Chaos. We had our first store in the Beverly Center in Beverly Hills, California. So it's one of the most well-known malls in the world, which was a great idea / a terrible idea because we kind of started at the top and then we decided where we were going to go from there. So we opened other locations in Las Vegas and outside of Chicago and a couple other locations too.
So did you franchise those? And once you were done with that, you sold out. Tell me kind of how that worked.
We actually just, I had a business partner with me that ended up leaving the company. So I actually took, sole control of it after that. But it wasn't franchised. We actually I ran and owned and operated the company. And it was fashion store. So the idea was to bring, it started out as a men's accessory store. It started out, women have all these accessory stores and it's amazing. Men, if they want to buy a wallet or a watch or a messenger bag or a briefcase, they don't have a place to go for it. They have to go to the big box stores and they don't have anything that's cool like that. So it started as a men's accessory store concept. And what I realized very quickly was men don't really buy accessories that often. Or they do, and then they don't really buy another one for years and years to come. They buy one wallet and they hold it forever. So quickly realized that wasn't the way to make a successful company. So we expanded to clothing, and then it just became a men's kind of everything store, which was no different than any other men's everything store. But
Right.
Except that I traveled the world and picked up brands that were unknown in the U.S., which was kind of cool. I did a trip through Europe and found some really great brands that hadn't ever been done here. So it was something people came in and they could find something different. Also, what I really quickly realized was that I could not be in that store 100 hours a week. I was literally chained to that store. And we were in a mall, so this wasn't like Monday through Friday. This was 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. Weekends are the busiest. Holidays are the busiest because people get off work and they want to shop on holidays. And I was like, I have no life. I put a futon in the back of my store to sleep because I couldn't go home sometimes because I was resetting the windows at midnight and we had to open up. I had to be there at 7 a.m. to open and count the money and get the employees. So it was just, I was chained to that business. I was like a slave to the business, and it started to really wear on me. And I was like, man, I'm like early 20s. There is no way. I'm not made for this life. Like I haven't had any fun yet, and I'm killing myself for a store. So that's kind of why I moved on from that industry. It was great, but I never want to have another store again.
You know, isn't that true? That's true about business. I mean, I think in the entrepreneur world, my mom owned a restaurant, and it was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I started working that restaurant when I was 7. I was the dishwasher, and I actually worked from 10 p.m. until 7 a.m. all night long. And then I would go home and I would sleep, or I would go to school, and then I would go home and go to sleep, and then I would come back and work. And that was really I mean, I look back and I think I didn't really have a normal childhood, but at the same time, that was the only way I could spend time with my mom. That was her business, and that it never gave her freedom. She might have had financial means to buy things, but she never had freedom to be with family. She never had freedom to take it off. Like if she took a week off, people were stealing from her. You know, the waitresses would steal from her. Nobody would manage, or they would always have this nitpicky fight, and she just could never leave it. That's just the reality of it. And so we as entrepreneurs, I'll tell you what, I told my husband never in a million years will we own our own business, only because of that. Yeah. Only because I didn't want that. So what do? I go into nursing, which working every holiday. I think in the 20 years I've been a nurse, I've had 5 Christmases off.
That's crazy.
You know, because people have babies on Christmas Day. Yep. And they get sick on Christmas Day. And so it's different. I think we get into business specifically to have freedom. I mean, that's what we're always told. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have freedom. I own my own business, so I get to do whatever I want. But the reality isn't always true.
Oh yeah, and I was working so much there, 7 days a week, having no day off. And what you said, if I was gone for a couple of days, people would steal. People would just take stuff because they thought that they could, and people would just not show up. And it was frustrating, but the one light at the end of the tunnel, and this is why I started the fashion company with one of my friends, my best friend, is that people would come in, and so this was a clothing store. And people would come in, and I sold Diesel. I'm sure you guys know the Diesel brand. Mm-hmm. And the Diesel rep would come in, and she would show me, open up her suitcase and show me the whole new line for next season. And I would decide what I want to order, and she would write up the order. And then she would take me to lunch, and then she would go home for the day. And I was like, she's got it made. She doesn't have to work 7 days a week. She comes in, hangs out and schmoozes me, and then goes home. I was like, okay, I need to get on the other side. That's where the freedom is. I need to get out of the retail where I'm just working, you know, selling one item every day to so-and-so and selling one item. And I need to get into sell thousands of items at the same time to one location. So I need to get to wholesaling. So that's kind of the start of the fashion brand house, was like, that's where the freedom is. That's where, you know, that's where I'm finally going to be able to have some freedom in life. And then of course that didn't work out like I thought, because I mean, it was amazing. I started, you know, the line with my best friend, and I mean, it was an amazing ride. We had, you know, 5, almost 6 years of just generating fashion for the world, really. I mean, we were in Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue and Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom. And when you're in those kind of stores, people go to those stores to look at what's hot. And then that's what gets written up in the Trend Watch reports. And so all of a sudden we're like, neons, I guess we kind of came up with that. Nobody else was doing that before us. So, it was fun, but at the same time, it was a pipe dream, thinking like, oh, I'm just going to be able to go show the line, take my clients to lunch and go home. She was an employee. Like when you're the owner, I'm worried about fabric deliveries on Saturdays and Sundays and orders getting printed to get out, and quickly realized that I was in the same handcuffs, just different day.
Yeah. Yeah, or working from home, you know, you kind of have that same thing. Right now I'm still a nurse, but I do real estate as well. And we've had to adjust our meeting once already because I had a client. I had everything set, and then the client calls and says, "Oh, I'm in town. I want to go buy this lot." I have to jump and go. I've left games, baseball games, and I've been on vacation. I was on vacation to Hawaii, and somebody called, and I had to come home early because it was a big sale. It wasn't just something that I can just say, "Oh, I'll just go somewhere else." I mean, some of my sales are in the millions, and so when they're in the millions, you jump and go. You don't just say, "Oh, geez, I'm sorry, I'm having coffee outside, can't make it." You just can't do that.
Very similar. We had times where we were in Hawaii and all of a sudden, Saks Fifth Avenue calls for a reorder of 6,000 shirts. And we're like, this is 6,000 shirts. I guess we got to leave our vacation and go figure out how to get this shipped to them in the week that they want it, even though it takes 3 weeks to make them. But we'll stay up all night and, work our employees 24 hours a day to make it happen. And we'll be there. And yeah, I mean, entrepreneurship is great. But you really, really have to find a system that works for you, not you're working the system. And I think that's what it took me so many years to really find that. And I wish I wish somebody would have let me know about what I'm doing now when I was 18, and I could have saved a lot of time in between. But
right, and to be able to work on the beach.
Yeah,
I like that. So, okay, so I'm going to get into the questions really quick because we do only have 30 minutes, and honest moment right here. I could talk forever. I love to meet new people, and I love to get to know you and your stories. So hours, but we only have 30 minutes, and it's probably in your benefit that I limit the time. So, okay, so what was your initial thought when somebody approached you to join this company?
Well, I had just, not just, we had let our fashion line go, and I'd kind of moved to Hawaii to figure out what was next for me. I mean, I don't know if it's really retiring when you're the age I was. So it's more like, okay, I just need to hang out and just kind of not work for a while and just figure out what I'm going to do next. So I did that for a couple of years, and it was great. I was looking for something. Honestly, I was really looking for something. I've always been very passionate about health. I've always been very passionate about fitness. I studied nutrition in college as a minor. So I have been very, very interested in health, nutrition, working out, fitness, people being healthy. And so I really did think that that's where I wanted to go. That's the industry I wanted to be in. And at a certain point at the end of our clothing line, I mean, we were in thousands of stores around the world. We were selling $60 t-shirts at Neiman's. And at a certain point, I was having a little bit of a crisis because I was like, nobody needs another $60 t-shirt. The economy is not that great. This is, in 2010, 2011, 2012, like people are still recovering from a bad economy. Like nobody needs another $60 t-shirt. I'm not helping anyone but myself. And I really wanted to get into a field that helps somebody. So my friend reached out to me about this, and I was instantly negative. Honestly, I mean, I wasn't negative. I didn't bash him, but I was like, this is one of those things, right? Like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm not going and selling products. I'm not gonna, turn my Facebook into an ad. I'm not gonna bug my friends. Good luck to you. Let me know if it's a good product. Maybe I'll buy your product. Like, I'll totally support you, love you, but those things are really not for me. And that's what I told him. And he said, oh, sure, great. Sounds fine. No problem. And he didn't bother me about it. And that, for one, stood out to me because everybody else that had talked to me about anything like this before, like network marketing, was like harassing me. It was like, no, you got to see it. You got to come to the meeting. You got to go. And he didn't harass me. He was like, okay, no big deal. I was like, okay, cool. And then like 3 weeks later, I saw him car shopping on Facebook for a brand new Mercedes. And I was like, what? Like, really? Like, how did that, really? Okay, I'm kind of curious now just because of that. Like, I'm curious, like, what did he do to get a car in 3 weeks? This is kind of crazy. So I just was curious. I just kept watching. And then a little later, a couple weeks later, maybe 3 weeks later, I saw him getting recognized for some sort of award on stage. And then I was like, I gotta know like what this is. He didn't tell me anything. He didn't tell me what the product was. He didn't tell me anything. He just was like, you got to look at this. I was like, nope, it's one of those things, not looking. I'm way cooler than that. I'm a CEO. I'm a company starter. I had, hundreds of employees. Like, I don't do those things. I'm too cool for that. And then I reached out back to him and was like, what is this thing you're doing? And he sent me a 10-minute video. I was like 6 minutes into the video and I was like, oh man, I'm totally doing this, aren't I? I'm doing one of these things. I cannot even believe this. And haven't really looked back, and it's been almost 2 years, and it has been the coolest thing I've ever done. I said it before. I wish somebody had shown me network marketing when I was 18, because I have all the freedom I never had running multi-million-dollar companies. I go work at the pool every day. I work at the beach, and I'm actually helping people. I'm helping people for real, not just selling expensive clothes, helping myself buy another car or buy another, whatever.
Exactly. So, yeah. I like that you said that you were so negative at the beginning, because, everybody knows in Utah that we're like the multi-level marketing capital of the world, right? And so I literally get asked on a weekly basis 4 or 5 times to come to different meetings or try different products. And I'm always out. I was searching for a weight loss product, because every one of my friends who are watching me on Facebook right now know I have been on this weight loss journey for, my baby's 18, so 18 years. And I ended up was going to join a different company specifically for their weight loss product when I was approached by this one. And what I liked about this one is the pay plan. I have been my husband and I started with Amway back when we were 18 years old. So we've been familiar with how network marketing works. I've never been in a company where you can get a car within a month. That's ridiculous. And so excited to see the people that are actually getting their cars in 17 days. Like, I just interviewed Suzanne. She had hers in 17 days. That to me was remarkable. And the fact that when somebody signs up, my upline signs somebody up, they have to go below them. And if they go below and sign up under me, I get credit for that as well. Mm-hmm. That's huge, because a lot of them don't do that. A lot of them it's who you sign up and it goes directly to you, even though they're under. And so I like that too, because it's a teamwork effort.
Yeah.
That was the big thing that
that's why I didn't want to. That's why I immediately was negative. That's why I didn't want to get involved, because I didn't want to sign my friends into something where they couldn't have success. I didn't want to sign people up into something where they were going to have to go. Somebody like me, I have a big contact book. Obviously, I've run companies. I know a lot of people. So somebody like me could be successful in most of those companies, but most people are going to struggle. And that's what I liked about this company, is anybody can be successful. So I hit the car program in 12 days, got it. I'm a rock star. I was like, I went crazy. I'm a rock star, but I went to the car program in 12 days. But the way that I got there was helping other people be successful, helping other people hit their bonuses, hit their fast start bonuses. And everything that I did after my first 2 people that got involved helped those first 2. So it was different than I had ever seen before. And my mom was my first person I brought in, 0 experience, a teacher, not a salesperson, not a marketer, nothing, like no experience. My mom's a 60-year-old teacher, hit the car program in 30 days with no experience, and has since retired from teaching early because of this company. I had never seen that before. I saw people struggle for 6, 7, 8 years. I had a friend growing up that did one, and she was hustling. She was driving everywhere, doing meetings all the time. She never made any money. She probably made $300 a month. And I was like, why does she work so hard on this thing? It never pays off. Right. And that's what I didn't want to bring my friends into. But that's why I got involved in this, because I saw that, I could build a team now, going into the thousands of people that are actually successful. In 2 years, having thousands of people on my team that are getting cars, that are quitting their jobs, that are retiring from corporate America, that's life-changing. And that makes me happy every day.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Completely life-changing, because I mean, that's what we're always promised in network marketing, the residual, but you're always hustling to recruit, because somebody drops off or whatever. What I found too was the one product that we take in the mornings, I take it 3 times a day. Like, I literally love that product, and it tastes so good. I'm like,
I take it a lot too. It's so good.
It is so good. Yeah. And it makes me feel good, so that's benefit. So what, I think we covered the next one. I was just going to ask what you like the most about, so what do you like the most about, let's say, the products? There's three products that are main, and then we have a skincare product as well. So we have healthcare and skincare. So do you use the skincare?
I do. I use the skincare every day. Can't you tell? I'm just kidding. The skincare did wonders for me. I mean, my skin has changed. People comment that I have glowing skin now, and I didn't even expect that. I just used the skincare product. When they launched it, they said take before and after pictures. They gave it to all of us. I got to use it before anyone. Actually, I got one of the tester kits that were, before the launch, and they said take before and after pictures, and I did, and I can see a huge difference. And I've shown my before and afters. I don't want to be the poster model for the product, so I'm not putting them out there online. But if you really want to see them, I'll show them to you personally. And I show people my before and afters, and they're blown away. They're like, okay, I'm interested. Skincare product's that good. It really is. I actually went into a spa in San Diego here and was just walking by I was meeting up with a friend, and I was like, oh, med spa. And I went in and was like, hey, like, do you guys sell skincare lines? Do you sell anything all natural? And she was like, oh, yeah, we're always looking for all natural. People are tired of all the chemicals. She's like, why? Do you work for a company or something? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I got some samples in my car. I'll give you a couple. And she's like, I'm actually the owner. I'm like, why? You work in the front desk? And she was like, yeah. I gave her a couple samples and was like, yeah, let me know. Here's my number. Let me know if you're looking for all natural, no pressure. And she called me back, and she was like, I mean, I don't want to say what she said, because it was a little bit, it was using curse words, but she was like, stuff so great. And she was like, I want to order this, and I'm interested to look into bringing this in. So this is somebody who works with any skincare line out there. This is a med spa owner. So right. that speaks volumes for our skincare for sure.
And what I like too is if you bring somebody into the skincare system, they don't have to be in the business. They actually just pay a fee per year, and they get the products at wholesale. So you get that customer without having them be in the company and finding own customers of their own, which to me, I felt like was easier to sell to my friends that do skincare, because I'm not selling the business. Of course, eventually, I think they all want in the business, but at the beginning, they don't have to be. They can just they get it at wholesale and sell the product.
Yep. And the products with this company are second to none. They are amazing, amazing products. There are a lot of great products out there, and that's why when somebody is, introduced to me from in my team, or that has a friend who's done another network marketing company, maybe already in another network marketing company, there are so many great products out there. And that's what I love about network marketing is in this industry, the money goes into research and actually making the products great, rather than paying the difference between retail and wholesale and, markups at stores and all that. So there are a lot of great products, and our products are amazing, but I never match up product to product, and our product's better than yours. I'm not trying to go that way at all, because there's amazing, life-changing products out there. But if people want to actually make an income, and a lot of times people say, you know what, I'm not really about the money, I'm just about helping people. Sometimes I actually say to people, well, if people can't afford your products may be great, but if people can't afford to buy your products, right, how are they being helped? You can help people with their finances too at the same time, and I'll put our compensation up against any company, and it blows them out of the water 100 times over. And that's where we really just take charge, and people can actually make something work after 7, 8, 9, 10 times trying in another company. I'm not doing one of those things again. I never could have success before. They just don't work. that person comes in our company and hits a car in their first month and makes, you know, X number of thousands in their first month, and they're just like blown away. They're like, I've never gotten checks like this. And that's really what I love is flipping the narrative on network marketing. That's literally what we're doing here.
Right. And I like the fact that it's more, you know, the term is affiliate marketing now, when people just refer and, you know, your free referral or whatever. To me, it seems more like that as well, because it's relationship based, and I'm like trying to find the right words for it, because it's just so different. You know, I think that, like I said, it's not always about recruiting anymore. And when I got into nursing, that's what I wanted. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to provide a better life. But I realized through the years that nursing really is more about treating symptoms than preventing the symptoms, and, you know, preventing disease. And so when I was researching different products, and I've been on, you know, my fair share, this one, the one we take in the morning for our daily boost, our antioxidants, I literally love it. So Suzanne had mentioned that if you take it 3 or 4 times a day, it kind of helps with weight loss. And I think that it was just, that's not really what we push, because I don't think it's proven. But so of course, you know me, I'm like 18 years, man, I'm out. I need some weight loss right now. I started doing that. I've been in it for 2 weeks of taking it 3 times a day. Within 3 days, I looked at the clock one day and it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, I haven't even eaten.
Yep.
I'm not hungry. I'm literally not hungry. And I used to think, well, I really don't eat that much, but now that I really, really don't eat that much, it's kind of cool.
Yep. It's giving your body all that nutrition for sure.
It is, absolutely.
I love all the noise too. I'm in downtown San Diego. I just realized there's like garbage trucks and stuff happening. So that's what's going on out there.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm jealous. Eventually, St. George is going to have oceanfront property, but California has to fall off the map.
Yeah, in Vegas.
But, you know, that'll be millions of years from now. Yeah. Okay, so tell me one last question I think we have time for, because we have 2 more minutes. If someone was considering joining your company and leaving their 9 to 5 like you did, what kind of advice would you give them?
What advice would I give them? Well, I would say if people just want to immediately quit their job and start here.
Right, or they're going to phase it out, but they're done with the JOB, right?
Oh, okay.
They're done with their JOB. They find our company because they love our compensation plan. They like our products. What advice would you give them coming into it?
Got it. I would say with our company, it's really not about how much product you sell, how many customers you have, how many people you sign up. It's not about that. And that's almost every other company out there. That's what it's about. And so you're always just a recruiter, or you're just a salesperson. That's how you're making your money. In our company, we really are focused on team. We have a mentoring team volume compensation. So you are literally working with the team. So the most important part is consistency. Consistency is the most important part. I would say if you're working a full-time job and you want to get involved with us, a half hour a day, an hour a day, working with your team, you know, helping people get started, helping people get set up. This is a very different system. It's not, sorry, I get the garbage trucks down there. It's not, you know, if I'm in another company, I come in and I sign up 4 people and I'm like, okay, got to go sign up more. Good luck, guys. Go get to work. And in this company, when I sign up my 4 people, 100% of my goal is to help them get successful. And that's how I'm successful, because it's team and it's mentoring comp plan, which is, it's never before been seen in this industry. So that's what I would say, just consistency, and really have a care for people's success and for people winning, because the only way that I win in this is other people winning. And a lot of companies say that, and that is the mantra of I only win when you win. But You don't really have to. You can just go out and sell a lot of product and just leave everybody else in the dust, and you're successful and your whole team is struggling. Your whole team is starving. And that's not really possible here. It's honestly not possible. If your team is not winning, you're not winning. And that's what I like.
That's what I like too. I mean, you know, we're all leaders. I think if you're going to go into an entrepreneurial thing, or you're going to be in multi-level marketing, we're leaders. And in order to lead, we have to sometimes follow and do what our mentors tell us, but we also pick each other up and help each other succeed, because that's how we succeed.
I love it. Exactly. Like I said, I wish somebody would have told me about this industry, about network marketing, when I was 18. I'd be making 10 million a month right now, just cruising back on the beach. It's definitely a different system. I think my favorite thing about this is I don't have to spam my Facebook. I don't have to put it all out there for everyone ever. People don't even know what I do. The only thing I ever post on my Facebook is pictures of my friends and fun trips I'm on. And sometimes when I'm working at the pool, I post a picture of my feet at the pool with the pool in the background. And I'm like, great day at work. It's fun. And I've got people that write to me sometimes. They're like, I don't even know what you do. What do you do? Are you selling a product? Are you promoting a service? What do you do? And how can I do what you do? Because you're sitting at the pool every day. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I can let you know. I got a video. I can send it to you. So
I can send it to you.
It's attraction marketing, and that's where it's very different, because every other company I've seen is ram it down your throat marketing, and it just doesn't work anymore. People are tired of that. So
people are tired of that.
So
they are, and they want proof. People want proof that something works, and that's what I like about the Facebook groups that we're in, is it shows proof. People have testimonies and things like that, and that's nice to read.
Yep.
Okay, well, we are up on our time. Is there any one last thing you want to add?
Man, I would say honestly, I sat down with one of our billionaire partners out of Dubai about a month ago in Chicago, and just had a strategy session with him for 2 hours. And this is crazy for somebody who's 2 years into network marketing, less than 2 years into network marketing, would be sitting down with one of the top people in the entire world of network marketing. And what he said really blew me away. He said that we are flipping the narrative on network marketing, and this is the goal of this team and this company, is to flip the narrative. And that narrative is that 10% of people in any network marketing, a network marketing company, and you guys are out in Utah, network marketing. In network marketing, 10% of people have success. 90% struggle, fail, and quit. And what we're doing is flipping the narrative. Our goal in the next year and a half, and there's a plan in place to do this, and we are on track to double that plan, is that 90% of people that come in because of this system, because of this compensation plan, and because of the simplicity of the products, 90% can have success, and maybe 10% fail because they're lazy, because they don't put the work in, because they just don't understand. But 90% success rate instead of 10% success rate, 90% failure. We want to change that story of these things don't work to, wow, I found the one that I'm going to make my fortune in, and I found the last one that I will ever be in. That's what we're about. That's what we're here for. So if you like that vision, definitely let us know. We're pretty excited to share what we have.
Amen. I like that. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I would love to do another interview and maybe talk next time about the charity programs that we do and how we help the world, not just ourselves. And we'll reschedule that maybe in a couple weeks, if that's okay with you.
Perfect. Yeah, I'd love it. This was fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us. Now, anybody who is following or has questions, we will get back to that. Thank you, Donna. Could listen all day. How cute. That's cute. We will get back to any questions, but if somebody has asked you to join us during this interview and you have more questions, contact them. If you have more questions about what I'm doing here locally in Southern Utah, by the way, I'm the only one here in the entire company
I
so
am
far
so
in
fired
Southern
up about
Utah.
Utah right now. I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to do. I can't wait to come out there.
We'll have to take you, skiing or maybe to Vegas or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, get with us, ask us questions. We're happy to help.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks, Andrew. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.